Scrambling up the ancient stonework ladder that's just been carved into the side of the sewer, you burst forth from the sewer grate out into what you're hoping is one of the poorer districts of Sistona, because it is slummy. But you can see the ancient castle in the distance.
May I cast hygiene on us?
Yes.
Thank you.
It would have probably helped us blend in here, but I didn't know if I could really stand it for the moment. Fine.
You're in Sistona, which is only, I don't know, an hour away from Sardisworn. Probably definitely have money to get horses.
It's about 1.5 hours if we push them, about 2 if we ride them responsibly.
Yeah, I don't know how to ride a horse. We don't have much use for horses.
We may need to find another way to teleport there. What if we just get, one strong horse and a cart she can sit in once I find out she can't ride a horse?
This is wacky.
And we use the handy-dandy map, and we head out for Sardisworn.
Yeah.
Sardisworn!
Yeah, you make it there, no problem. This is outside of Sistona, and the correct people paid their protection, or paid their Black Blade tax, or whatever they want to fucking call it. So there aren't any...
Sistona has power? I mean, Black Blade has that much power in Sistona right now?
Most of the sewers are controlled by the Black Blade, yeah.
Oh, the sewer... Well, that would make sense.
So they can cause no end of trouble for the Illidan that they want.
Once we are finished in Sardisworn, we need to go back to the sewers.
Why's that?
So that we can find out what happened with the rats. Yes, those rats have been mutated by some force beyond mortal kin. Or at least beyond any magic I'm entirely familiar with. Could just be...
That's a wide range of things.
Exactly. I must understand. Sardisworn is pressing at the moment, but I'm going to have to go back. If you must proceed without me, I'll understand, but I must go back. Also, it would only be fair if I retrieve Bechtel's partially eaten body and give it to some beggars or something.
Why would you do
Cannibalistic
that?
The
beggars in
bones
the
can
hearts.
be sold to necromancers
Those
for a
bones would make
profit.
good clubs.
They would make good clubs, and the bones they don't need can be sold to necromancers, wizards, necrophiles, various enthusiasts involving corpses.
I mean, Kratos Blackheart will fuck anything.
For a profit.
He'll fuck anything that shambles.
What he gets any anyways.
Oh!
For a profit. The beggars need that help, and he was a priest of the cycles. I think it's what he would want. Well, I actually don't know what he would want because I never bothered to ask him, and I don't care. But
Yes,
it's what I
screaming
think
a plague upon both of your houses after being betrayed is exactly how he wanted to go. That was just right up there at the top of his will.
We need to find his body so that we can sell it to the disenfranchised.
We can cast Purify Food and Drink on his corpse.
That spell is not as effective at preserving the dead as one would hope, except in an Arctic environment.
You get to Sardisworn. Would it actually be in ruins? Like a forward fort would not be that bad of an idea.
Depends on if they built a better fort nearby, or...
Considering how many thousands of years it has been, it can be whatever the fuck you want it to look like, honestly.
Also, it may be permanently cursed because of all the terrible, horrible things that happened.
Okay, well,
Which might explain why I want to go there more than I want to explore these rats.
okay.
He needs a mystery, like, now.
Sardisworn is not... They have an outpost there. It's a small one, basically just to ward people away. The Sardisworn that we remember is largely a ruin. But Sardisworn is not actually where you needed to go. It was just a helpful landmark. In the forest nearby, only a few miles away from the actual fort, there is a cave. Which is actually where you need to go.
Oh, well, cave. Magic. It's a magic cave, right? By magic, I mean it's the cave where there's supposed to be something magic-y.
Yeah.
And I guess I would have said once we're done exploring the mystery of the cave, and the rat stuff would have come up then. Anyway.
Okay.
So the cave is in Darog.
I would assume so. I prepare for trolls.
Going through the ancient primeval forest that has somehow not been chopped down in the name of expansion system.
Because trolls.
Because, yeah. Because Zenji has many, many descendants.
and the Black Arrow were probably absorbed into the other tribes if their evil behaviors, more evil behaviors were finally curtailed, and were probably, made into, oh, you like to shoot people? Teach us how to shoot people. We're going to have people patrol and shoot all the loggers who don't pay their logging tariff of either limbs or meat in trade. So
Sometimes limbs that are meat.
Trolls. The troll nation of Darog. It definitely exists. It's why this forest is not gone.
You find the cave, no problem. Like I said, the map is very helpful and probably actually enchanted to basically just be like GPS.
Marauder's map.
Marauder's map of Tom.
You just hear Carlon's voice. In 500 yards, turn. Use your fucking eyes!
Yeah, you find the cave, step inside, and come face to face with a fuck-off big gold dragon.
Well, hi, Levex.
You know that Kunari phrase from Inquisition that means, I will think about this later as I pleasure myself with great respect?
Yes.
Dwarven equivalent.
Okay. The dragon looks at both of you for a moment, takes in a great lungful of breath, and roars at you. What do?
Pee a little.
So I guess I'll just say in my Draconic that I assume I know. Hello. How are you? Well met. Sorry for barging into your cave. Damsel Cavenhart. Gabriella Summerstorm.
I understood that one.
And you are?
The dragon takes another deep breath, and this time you can smell the impending fiery doom.
There is no need for that. We simply wish to have a pleasant, peaceful conversation.
I want to run through it.
Okay.
Under it or through it.
You run at the dragon and I assume do some like flippy elf shit to like slide under its legs.
Yeah, like dive.
The cave floor is pretty slick and damp, so you do actually just manage to basically slide to the other side of this thing.
Do I touch the dragon?
No.
At any point? When I get to the other side of the dragon, I want to come up and like stab it in the tail to the thorn, and then
Yeah, your very nice rapier goes
yeah,
as it just scrapes across the floor,
Yeah.
and there's unfortunately gouge marks of your rapier now. When Gabriella does that, it's still in the middle of its I'm gonna breathe fire on you. I'm gonna do it. The fire washes over and through your charm and also you. While the heat is intense, it is momentary, and you don't smell burning flesh or anything. You're just standing there with a ward against fire that's unfortunately kind of half-assed, and the dragon just staring at you.
This dragon's an illusion, isn't it? Why did I not get a
Yeah.
notice roll for this, considering I have sensitive that lets me notice stuff like that?
because the whole place is thumping, right?
Is the whole place thumping?
The whole place is thumping.
Okay, well, now I get it.
That's why I asked if I touched the dragon at any point.
The whole place is thrumming with magical energy?
Mm-hmm.
Then definitely that makes a lot of sense. I want to unmake this dragon illusion.
Suck it.
Okay, you can go ahead and try.
Steal its power. Okay, well, if he's gonna
Oh, wait.
figure that out,
That's right. I can steal its power. I'll say disappointing and move up and glimmer thieving on the dragon.
Not that you're looking at it much more intently, because you're trying to steal it. You've never seen an enchantment quite this tightly put together. It is something that would take you quite a lot longer than it would be worthwhile to disentangle this to eat it. When you realize that the dragon is not much of a danger, your focus can shift elsewhere. It's a relatively natural cavern. You actually kind of got lucky on your dive. or maybe it was just skill. It's pretty bumpy and jagged around here. In the far wall, in shadows, there is a door that appears to be ancient dwarven metalwork. More precisely, it's a vault door. Curiously, however, it is not in the wall, but rather on the floor in front of the wall, rusting. There's a big door in the wall where it was supposed to be. It is now there no longer. It was ripped out of its hinges, and there's numerous scars, like someone was hitting it with like lightning bolts or something.
This is definitely dwarven, as we both already
Yeah.
knew. Other than that, it's a bit
I couldn't tell by all the blocks and cocks.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Once you get closer, it's quite old.
The damage.
Can I try that burglary create advantage again this time? I just want to see if I can figure out what/who/the hell might have done this.
Someone with lightning bolts.
Been able to do this, I mean. Obviously lightning bolts, but I want to see if I can see anything more specific by my knowledge of crap like this.
Whatever did this had to be either ridiculously strong or so magically juiced that they probably could have, like, punched a dragon. It looks like it was torn off the hinges from the outside, but all of the spell damage looks like it was just shot into it from the threshold of the door when it was already on the ground.